Hello, and welcome once again to another live stream of SYWK podcast. My name is Desmond, and on this channel, it's all about true crime and paranormal ghost stories. True crime I have just recently introduced, but it's been 3 years I'm doing horror, and I have gone to a new segment called the true crime. So, yes, welcome everyone. And in tonight's live stream, we are once again going to talk about the worst and the best horror movies of all time. So, this live stream is all about discussions. You can, feel free to join in the discussion. Either if you would like to join in, then comment below. I will send you the link, or else in the chats, you can keep sending me your feedbacks, keep sending me your suggestions based on the conversation. So now, before we start with the actual conversation, there is a co-host who is going to join in, and her name is Swati Rao. She has another channel. It's called as Desi Horror Podcast. She's there on Spotify, so she will be joining in. So before we begin with the live stream, there is an interesting question which I have for you all. If you are a horror fan, if you really are a true horror fan, I guess you should know this. You can see that on the screen. You can see that the question is, what's the highest grossing horror movie of all time? Does anyone know this? Then let me know in the comments, because towards the end of the live stream, I'm going to tell you all. But I will be really amazed that you guys don't know this, because I can give you a hint, but I will give you a hint after a while. But yes, this is the question for tonight's live stream, and I will answer that in towards the end. But after some time, I will give you some hints as well. So let's see. Hani has already joined in. Hani. Hi, Hani. I am drunk. Want to join? 10,000 BC. No, Hani. The answer is wrong. Anyways, whoever has just joined in and then new to my channel, please don't forget to like the stream. Even if you have subscribed, please like it. If you're new, then subscribe, share it, because we are in the process of growing my channel, and the only support I can ask you guys is that subscribe, share it with your friends, invite a lot of your friends to join the stream, so the discussions can be more. So yes, Whoever wants to join in, what I will do is I will just uh, copy the link and I will paste it here. Okay, so the stream is open for everyone. The current topic for tonight's stream is the best and the worst Hollywood or Bollywood horror movies or any kind of horror movies. But if you guys would like to come and join in and would like to share your stories, or would you like to come and just tell anything, you can just talk anything about the paranormal, then the link is there in the comments. So just click the link in the comment and you can just join in and you can feel free to say and talk anything. I'm waiting for my co-host Swati Rao. She will be joining in soon. 3 a.m. Fear podcast today. Hello Nikita. I hope you're doing fine. Yes, so I am waiting for Swati. So meanwhile, I will go ahead and I will tell you what is the worst horror movie according to me. In our previous live stream, we spoke a lot. If you have missed that, then please go and watch that as well. Got really good engagement on the last live stream. But the question is, I will repeat the question again. What's the highest grossing horror movie of all time? What's the highest grossing horror movie of all time? So if you guys know that, then please let me know in the comments. Anyways, Alex has joined in. I will be getting Alex in three, two, and one.
Hey Desmond, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clear.
How are you doing?
How are you? All okay?
I'm okay.
Yes. So I'm anyways waiting for Swati to join in. Then we will be discussing about the worst and best horror movies, which last week we were discussing, and then we thought why not make the second part.
I
But
think Exorcism, you are talking about Exorcism, right? Greatest horror movie of all times. Exorcism
mm,
1970s.
you can say I can agree and to disagree also on this thing. I don't find that so scary as well. But yeah, when it was released that time, the marketing was done extremely well, and people, that time, as per that generation or as per that time, yeah, it can be scary. But now if I see it, then to be honest, I won't find that scary. Do you still like consider that as one of the greatest horror movies of all time?
No, not actually, no. I thought it
And
was.
this is the movie you're talking, 3 a.m. Fear is asking, is it The Exorcist, which was in 1972, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, lot of stories were, you can't say stories, rumors were, said about that movie. Like in 2008, there was a friend of mine who actually started, going to this Bollywood and started to become like the AD and assistant director and started to learn how to use the camera, this that, and also when they used to go to study film, they used to make them watch certain kind of movies. So out of that, The Exorcist also was at the 1972. That is why I remember. So
Mhm.
according to him, they said that when the movie was released back then, at least for a week, uh, the original movie you will not able to get it. Now what we watch is the edited one, and there were some parts which were cut immediately after a week because apparently they said that it is too scary and people are getting possessed in the theater. Now it can be two things. Either it can be that it's just a marketing tactic, whatever they are doing, or else maybe really it must have happened. Because another fact which I read somewhere was that I think so the priest, the actor who was the main actor, who I think so who did the role of the priest or the other person, he died immediately after the movie.
Mm.
So that also conspiracy theory was going on that the movie was haunted, and the sets were haunted, and if you watch the movie, it's cursed and this and that and also.
Mhm.
But overall, if I have to ask you and for people who are watching, out of 10, what would you rate? Like, 1 is the least and 10 is like the best. What would
Which
you
movie?
rate it? The Exorcist, the 1970.
I would rate it -1. -1.
Like, yeah, like, at least for now, it is like there's no, like, that feeling is only not there.
Hmm.
As I told you, back then, yeah, maybe okay, wow. But what else it can be, like, for example, if we watched a movie like Tumbad, or there is some recent horror movie which released, for us it will be like wow.
Tumbar
But
is good.
like 50 years after this, maybe people who are born at that generation, they might find Tumbad also boring. So it might be generation based also. Because I remember another movie called as the It series, IT. Uh, the clown is there and he has this balloon which is floating
Hmm.
and all. So I think so in 2017 the It was remade, the first part, and I went to the theaters and I watched it, and it was really nice because the special effects and the jump scares, this, that, and all. Then I came to know, okay, there is like the original part as well. And when I watched the original part, I did not get scared at all. Like, the effects and
When was the
like
original movie released?
the original movie, it was maybe before only. I don't know.
Hmm.
It
Maybe
movie.
2000, start 2000.
No, 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 no. It movie 1919. 99. No,
19,
19.
1999. Because 1919, World War One started. There
No,
was no.
1990. 1990.
Oh.
That time the first part was released, and there is another conspiracy theory that when the first part released,
Hmm.
the original movie and the remake both went hit. But when the second part released for
Hmm.
both of the movies were flop, and it actually came true. Like, even the new one which released in maybe 2018 or 19, that was extremely flop, and
Hmm.
no one even spoke about it. So yeah, maybe it might be this generation thing about uh, you know how people like the movies, because eventually it's all about the special effects now, the VFX, the jump scares, and this and that and all. So yeah, but talking about a real raw kind of horror movie which really gave me that vibes, or it really gave me that feeling, is Tumbad, to be honest.
I
Because
think the most scary movie which I've seen was Blue. Have you seen this movie, Blue?
Blue, no. Which your Blue, what?
I think
Just Blue?
2006, 2007.
No.
Blue movie, Akshay Kumar.
It's an English movie, right?
No, no, no. It's a Hindi movie. Just Blue.
Blue. This is Akshay Kumar ka.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Akshay Kumar, Katrina Kaif.
But that is not a horror movie, no?
No, it is because I paid
Is it?
300 rupees for that movie ticket.
Yeah,
Mm.
in that ways, yeah. In that ways, so there are so many movies like that. So
Yeah,
many.
2009, 2009. It's very scary because I spent 300 rupees. And this is
Yeah.
2009 I'm talking about. It was disaster.
Yeah, that is one thing which was really scary. But then, talking about the worst movies, what are the other worst movies? Because if you ask me, there was not a movie, but it was a series on Netflix called as Ghost Stories, which was directed by Karan Johar and all, I think so, Anurag Kashyap, and there's like 4 5 directors.
Hmm.
So have you seen that? It was released, I think so, during 2020, during the COVID time.
Hmm.
Did you get a chance to see it?
No.
Okay, you should not watch it because it is really. Okay,
Anything
Swati.
to do with Karan Johar, I don't watch.
Yeah. Okay, Swati, I'm getting you in five, four, three, two, and one.
Hello, hello.
Oh my God! Finally, the face reveal of Swati Rao.
I was like, okay, I'm tired of doing this whole um, pod, I mean, live with this constant black screen.
Yeah, it is much better now.
Hmm.
It's much better. So we
Nothing
were,
can
yeah.
compete with Desmond's background, but got it. We'll try. Maybe
Hmm.
next week something scary.
Yes, more scary. What is that behind your this? Is that a frame and on that there is a knife?
Yeah, it's actually a knife. Yes.
No, that is also a scary background.
Yeah, it's actually a knife. It's a knife from Scandinavian region.
Oh my God! There's a history behind that also.
But nothing haunted, thankfully.
It can become haunted. You never know.
And what have I missed?
I think we were just Alex was saying that he, according to him, the most scariest movies of all time is this movie called as Blue, which is a Bollywood movie
Mm.
which was released in 2007. Have you watched that?
No, I have not watched this. Blue in 2007. No.
It is that Akshay Kumar movie which they
Oh
go
my
under.
God. Yes, this is that one with Lara Datta.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking. Blue I have watched, but it's not a horror movie.
Yeah,
It's Lara Datta, Akshay Kumar, and for something. What's his name? Something with F.
some unknown people were there.
Oh my God. I can understand why Alex is. Why you think that was a scary movie? Because it was absolute rubbish.
Yeah, because he said that he paid 300 rupees and then he wasted his money and wasted his time also to watch the movie.
Yeah, it was really, really bad.
But yeah,
Like,
we were talking about this Exorcist, which was the movie which was released in 1972. We were just talking about that.
mm,
Now, from 1 to 10, how would you rate the movie? 1 is the worst and the 10 is like the highest. How would you rate the movie?
you're talking about the original Exorcism, right?
Yes, which was released in 1972.
Yeah, yeah. I would rate that very high because it was very well done for its time. Probably a solid 8.5.
Guess how much did Alex rate it?
Oh my God. Is it 5
No,
then?
-1.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Alex, please don't give your movie recommendations after this.
No, but the thing is, see, the movie is nice. I'm not saying the movie is
It's
not
very
nice.
well done for its time. You have to remember the time period we're talking about.
Yeah, but the but the thing is, if you watch it now, I
Mm.
don't want to get distracted because Hani is,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. But okay, Hani, let me. What are you doing with your hands, Hani? Okay, yeah. What I was saying is, the
Mm.
movie is made nice. The story is nice.
Mm.
But if you watch it at this current time, 2024, then this eventually when you're watching a movie, you have to see how it is directed and how the special effects are, how the jump scares are. See, eventually story is very important, but the other factors also come in place. So when I watched it, maybe I watched it in that sense because everyone told me, like, it was like overhyped for me. Like, "Arey, it is the best movie, you will get scared and blah blah blah."
Mm, mm, mm.
But I did not get scared. But the story remained with me. It, the story was scary for me. But if you ask me as a movie, I'll say okay. I will give it five out of 10.
Oh my God.
And
Why
look
are
at
you
this.
not remembering the timeline it was made in?
Yeah.
That's like us saying
1972.
that's like for example, if in 2024 you watch
Hmm.
a video of 19 what 60s, and it's like we are saying, oh, it's so terrible. But that time there wasn't any technology, no?
Yeah. Yeah, I was just telling Alex the same thing. But regardless of whatever, I'm still not understanding what is Hani doing. He's putting the camera on, putting the camera off. It's very
I'm not going to comment. I'm going to focus on the discussion. So I have a horror movie recommendation. Once you guys are done with exorcism discussion.
yeah. It's done. Only two things which I already discussed. We
Mm.
will discuss that towards the end of the stream. You can
Mm.
go ahead because I reached like just 2 minutes before I told it.
Okay.
So.
So my horror movie recommendation to start off with, since I've just arrived, is a Telugu movie called Arundhati. Now,
Hmm.
people, please don't ask me why I'm always recommending horror movies from South Indian cinema. It's just that I watched a lot of these low budget movies in regional languages. That is why I'm recommending them. And they're actually pretty good. So you should check it out when you have the time. So Arundhati is not very low budget. It was made at a decent budget for that time. But if you compare the budget to today's standards, it's very low budget.
Which year
Uh,
it was released in?
Arundhati, more than 10 years ago.
Okay.
Arundhati Telugu, one second. Yeah, 2009.
2009. Yeah. Okay.
Very long ago.
Oh, this is Anushka Shetty is there in this.
Yes, this is one of her early movies. So this is
Hmm.
not exactly an out and out horror. So whoever wants to watch it, please be aware. This is not that kind of movie. The movie is basically a combination of a period drama with some horror. So it's about a story of a queen. Arundhati is the queen, played by Anushka Shetty, and what happened to her when she was ruling her kingdom.
Hmm.
Yeah, so the timeline goes a little back and forth with her as the queen and her as a normal person in modern day. And the horror elements are from her past as a queen. So this is not an out and out horror movie, but it's a really nicely done combination of a royal story with, I mean, it's a period drama. You'll see a bit of what the kingdom was like at that time. Then you will see the demon. Then you will see the procedures to get rid of the demon. And also, she did a very good job from an acting point of view. So I would highly recommend this movie.
Actually, I had got the suggestion by myself because on YouTube, when I was just searching something to watch, and I
Hmm.
just typed, Bollywood, South movies dubbed in Hindi or something like that.
Hmm.
So this movie had come, but it was not appealing for me. Like in the sense, like I just felt like maybe it might be that kind of a movie which might not have sense
Mm.
because I'll just go to another movie and we'll come back to this movie.
Mm.
Because talking about this, eventually, like when I got to know about this movie called as Bhool Bhulaiya, which was in the first part, which is Akshay
Mhm.
Kumar.
Yeah.
After that, I came to know that it was originally made in South,
Yes.
and then there was
Yes.
Tamil, Telugu, I think so, Kannada also, everything. And I had watched that version where Rajnikant was there,
Correct.
and
Chandramukhi.
yeah, Chandramukhi, and I uh, did not get connected so much to that movie as compared to Bhool Bhulaiya. The
Mm.
story and all was kind of similar, but then there was one thing which was very, very funny and which was not just going in a horror movie was that Rajnikant used to say something. If you remember watching that movie, used to say that laka 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 laka
Lucky,
laka laka
lucky,
like that.
lucky.
Yeah. So that was just not fitting in that movie, for at
Mm.
least for me.
Also, that is not a horror movie. Chandramukhi is not that because at the end of the movie they reveal the twist, and the reveal was not horror. It's a psychological issue, so it
That
can't
was
really be
same.
horror as such.
Yeah, but that was same in the Hindi version as well, right?
Yeah,
Bhool
so
Bhulaiya.
it's not a horror movie, no, because it's a psychological issue that you find out that the woman has in the end.
That is it. If you go technically, if you go and see that, yeah, but eventually it is being shown like a
Correct,
horror.
horror
Yeah,
movie. Yes, yes, yeah. So I would
but
highly
then,
recommend Arundhati over Chandramukhi.
oh, okay.
Because Arundhati has a proper. So in Chandramukhi, they focused on entertainment, like you said, like Laka 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 and all those
Mm,
dances and songs. In
mm,
Arundhati, that is less. There is that entertainment factor of making just dances and songs is less. There is one or two, but that is also more concerned with as her when during her time as a queen, but not much otherwise.
So you're saying Arundhati is much better. It's a much better movie as compared to the Chandramukhi, which was made in South
In a horror genre, like if you're
in a
looking
horror
at it
genre.
purely from that genre, yes, it's better.
Okay, and is there only one part, or there were like other several parts as well?
Only one.
Only one. Okay, because okay, now we spoke about Arundhati, which is a good suggestion. Now talking about the bad suggestion is Chandramukhi, which was the second part or third part. I I'm telling you, because I watched, I just wanted to understand what would be the next part of the story. But
Mm-hmm.
trust me, it turned out to be something different, and they went to a different tangent only. Where I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if you have seen the second part, but what I can remember about Chandramukhi 2 was the painting of Chandramukhi was taken from that mahal and it was gone. It was given to someone else, and then someone robbed it and did something.
Mm.
And there was the king, which he was dead, but then they went to the mountains and they found him alive. This, that, and also it completely, it was a disaster. And this Bollywood is famous in this, or you can say the Indian film industry is famous in this thing, that when there is a movie which is extremely nice,
Mm.
they will come up with the second part and they will ruin the whole movie.
Yes, yes. And the problem is, they have all these expectations, which pressures them into it, because the audience loves the first part so much, they pressure the makers into the second part or the third part has to be equally amazing. So they always mess it up by adding too many twists and turns.
Yeah, that is the problem. Now I'm also scared about this year. I did a reel where I was just talking about the upcoming horror movies for 2024, and I'm excited for one movie which is Three, because
Ah, yes.
genuinely the first movie, genuinely, like when the trailer came out, none of my friends came. It was
Mm.
just one of my like a friend who's just staying close to me. I said, "Chal, we'll go."
Mm-hmm.
We went, and in the theater also it was like half, like it was completely empty.
Mm.
But then after the first 2 days, the movie picked up so well that eventually it turned out to be a hit movie.
Yes,
Now
because
the
what I like about the 3 one is it's not just a random, horror, like okay, some booth is there and you get scared and it's done. They did it. The story was written very smartly, where the audience, yes, there is a supernatural part of the movie, but it's also a message to society. So you kind of take away both.
yeah, and the writing. See, eventually, if the story is good, if the writing is good, it's perfect because they use the songs also in a perfect way.
Yeah.
The horror element also was there, plus the comedy element also was there. So
Yes.
me, Three is like, in this decade, you can say it is a good, nice movie which you can rewatch it. But I'm
Yes.
scared of the second part, because the expectation of the audience will be so
Very
much
high.
that
Very high.
it will be difficult for them to fulfill that. And if
Yeah.
if there is little bit of also uh, the storyline is not that good, then after that it will be completely flop. Because I remember
Yeah.
this was during COVID time, and I think so after the second or third wave, uh, the theaters started opening up, and then this movie released which was called as Ruhi, which
Oh
was
my God. I
Janvi
watched it.
Kapoor.
I watched it. It was
Yeah.
so bad. It was so bad.
So yeah, this I will just talk about this movie, but I will get Nikita. She's also joined in. So Nikita, I'm getting you in three, two, and one.
Hello,
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 Hi,
hello,
hi.
hello.
hi. Got a very bad cold, so please excuse me.
No problem, no problem.
I'm
We
sorry for people who like the movie Ruhi. I thought it was an absolute disaster. And
Oh, that movie was crap.
Yeah, thank God. I was about to say, I hope maybe that's the same.
No, that was crap.
See see, it, I will say, yeah, I can say that the movie was crap, but I could see that they were trying to imitate what Street tried to do because it was from the same makers. Obviously, it was not from the same director, but it was from the same makers, and that
Same
is
makers
how
must
they
be this director only, no? What
the
do you think?
makers means the production house and all.
Ah,
The
okay, yeah.
same production house,
Mhm.
but it was not from the same director because
Clearly.
But
uh,
3 was so good.
yeah,
Like the suspense, the horror, the it's like till the end you don't know what happened. Movie is like it's all too dark everywhere.
And the
I don't
acting,
know.
oh my God, I just couldn't bear it.
Yeah.
and Rajkumar Rao was there, but I don't know. Eventually it's the director's movie also. So how he directs also matters.
Eventually, it's the writing also, no? The writing also
Yeah,
has to
yeah,
be done well. This felt
yeah.
like they're just trying to add unnecessary things in the movie just for the sake of the audience saying, "Oh wow, one more twist," when it's like enough. I don't want this anymore.
So that is why I am
Did
scared of.
that did
Yeah,
that
yeah,
Bhedia movie end with a scene from Stree? Stree 2?
yeah. It is the from the same universe, no? Bedia,
Okay.
Sri, and then after that there is another uh, movie which is coming with Ayushmann Khurrana where he's playing a vampire role.
Mm-hmm.
So
Jesus Lord.
they are making a horror universe
With
in
this,
Like the
starting.
Conjuring universe?
Yes.
this is
See,
Conjuring
eventually,
universe done badly, considering only three was good.
but in this universe,
I
three is there, three is there, and then now maybe three two. Let's see.
No, but last time I
I
forgot to mention Stree. It's actually one of the best horror movies in from Indian movies. Best Indian horror
Yes.
movie.
Yes, but you know what? I will tell you one thing. We, we can say that because we are Indians, we can say it is the best horror movies. Because I'll tell you something interesting. Because I'm following one YouTuber, and they are based in US, and they do reactions for movies and trailers and songs and XYZ specifically for the Indian content. The channel, I don't know the channel name, but the person name is Jabi Kue.
Oh
So
yes,
Jabi
Anyway. Yes, yes, yes.
and Achara, yeah. So in that they watched the Stree movie. I don't know if they watched it or he has a couple of people who does reaction. So when they watched it, no, like they liked it, but they did not understand the inside jokes. Like
Mm.
there was so many references where obviously once you translate and they're reading the subtitles, and also obviously they will not able to understand exactly, but yeah,
Mm.
they enjoyed the movie. But being Indian, and when Rajkumar Rao was having a conversation in the movie with Shraddha asks Rajkumar Rao, do you listen to English songs?
Mm-hmm.
And then he
Yeah.
says, yeah, Akon. And then
Mm.
he does that chamak chalo this that and all. So I've
Mm-hmm.
seen that part of their reaction, and like they didn't laugh at that part. But I remember I went to watch the movie at least 3 4 times in the theater, and every time at that scene people were just laughing.
Because they don't understand the cultural context. No, Jabi
Yes,
Koi is a foreigner.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we can say, yeah, it is one of the best horror movies
India.
from
Yes.
India. But there are a lot of references which a lot of people will not understand. But talking about a movie which is gone worldwide is Tumbad, which was
Oh
underrated movie
man.
where
Yes.
they watched it in that reaction channel. They watched it and they actually felt and they actually understood because references were there, but it is like it catered a wider audience.
Yeah. It's a
So
masterpiece. That movie is a
yeah.
masterpiece.
But then a lot of people, a lot of my friends from childhood, when I met them after quite some time, and then we were discussing about same thing, horror movies and all. They're saying that like they did not even understand Tumbad.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm not joking. He
But
is.
that one was pretty clear, no? The explanation when you watch it, it's pretty clear.
Yeah, but he's saying that he did not understand in the sense like why it is scary. Like मेरे को कुछ फर्क ही नहीं पड़ा. Like मेरे को कुछ हुआ ही नहीं है मतलब. Like he wanted that jump scares and also maybe he's that kind of audience where they want that kind of movie. There's jump scares and some songs and this and that and all, and the
Yeah,
movie's over.
yeah. No,
This was, you know,
that is a different kind of horror audience. That's
yeah,
looking for jump scares and gore, and not for a thought based movie. Tumbad was a very, you have to think about it.
yeah, that is,
And also I watched the director's, was it director or producer? I think director. I watched the director's interview and I read a story. That man has gone through a lot to make that movie, which maybe
yeah,
because of
yeah.
that I found it even better. Basically, no, he wrote the story himself, and then
Mm,
he sent it to a couple of producers, and nobody wanted to produce this movie because they believed it will not do well because it does. One is it's not an out and out horror, neither is it an out and out thriller, so it was difficult to box the movie, right? So they were not willing to produce it, and they were not willing to put the budget for any big stars. So there were lots of
mm,
problems. So ultimately, the writer became so desperate that he was like, I will only produce this movie and I will get the
mm,
right people to act in it. And he did everything. And he also spoke about how he had to borrow from people and he figured out a way to produce that movie on a certain budget. And even the actors, that's why they're not big stars, and he has done everything, and now the movie became a super. I mean, he also mentioned that when it released it didn't
mm.
get great reception, so
Yeah,
technically it
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
numbers, but then with time it became such a big hit. So
Yes, I
that's
remember.
a lot of dedication from the person who has written that story.
Hmm. And all unknown actors, to be honest, you know, not
Yeah, yeah.
well-known actors in this. But
But he did a
uh,
very good job, the
you know
actor,
what is,
especially the lead guy.
yeah, you know what is the interesting part? I don't know a lot of people know about this or no, but
Mm.
the the young guy who is
The
playing the
son.
main character,
Oh,
okay,
okay, main character. Huh.
the small guy, okay,
Mm-hmm.
he also played another role in the movie. Do you know which role he played? Because considering, you know, you were talking about budget and they had a very limited budget. That small guy, he
Mm.
also played another part in the movie.
The monster.
The Not the monster, the Dadi,
Dadi?
the old grandmother, you know, who was lying down and
Yeah.
on the floor. That was not a woman. That
Oh
was
my
this.
god, it was this kid.
Yes, it was this kid.
Oh my god. That that is some serious budget cuts.
Yes, it's a very interesting fact. Not a lot of people know.
Yeah, I didn't know this. I didn't.
I
Oh
was
my
reading
god.
an article.
But very convincing. Very convincing.
Yeah. So yeah, people who have just not watched it, please go and watch it. And who have watched it, let us know in the comments how did you, you know, how did you like the movie? Because according to me, at least 80% of the people like the movie. But yeah, there
Mhm.
are remaining 20 people who might not understand the concept of this movie. But yeah,
But I do have a question for those who have watched it. Since you have watched it, Nikita, have you watched this movie?
I guess so. Yeah,
No, I haven't.
You didn't
you
watch the one.
haven't. Okay,
Okay.
okay.
And Alex?
No.
Alex, I don't know. He's online or he's not online. That's the main question.
Okay. So, for people who have watched the movie in our audience as well as Desmond, since you watched it, I want to know once you finished, like you're done with the movie. I'm sure everybody has some similar takeaways because some things were obvious, but some things were not. Did you look at it as the gold was no longer important to him after a point of time, and it was more about the like it was more than gold at one point in time, or you felt like no, it was just greed and nothing else?
See, eventually, why I like the movie was because there was a moral towards the end of the story. Like, you know, you take something after watching the movie. And for
Mm,
me, what I understood was that you have to not be so greedy
mm,
that, you know, you eventually end up not being with your loved ones or not having that time to even enjoy that gold or the money or the wealth or something. So I took away in that aspect that, like, why you're working so hard for nothing.
Oh.
If you're working hard, then you also have to enjoy that process. So
Mm-hmm.
I understood the movie in that way, but I know that, each and every movie, regardless of any genre,
Yeah.
people watch it and they understand in a very different way. So this
Mm.
was my understanding.
And what about people who are watching the live? Any comments about what you took away from Tumbad?
Yeah, please let us know. Please, otherwise Hani will say something now. If, if Hani
If
is
you didn't
there.
watch Tumbad, please watch because it's a masterpiece.
Hadi is giving some really, really good comments from that time. I'm
Yeah,
responding also.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I will mention what I took away from Tumbad, other than what Desmond mentioned, because that was also one thing. The second thing was I felt like the protagonist, after a point of time, it was not just about the gold. It was about the fact that he was on a high, that he could get away with something. It was like, okay, each time I'm getting away, right, I'm able to leave the well, like I'm able to do it. So after a point I felt like it was a little less about the money and more about, oh, okay, this rush, I can get away with something that I'm not supposed to do.
Uh,
It
but
felt like
eventually, I forgot. Eventually, the
eventually
father
something
dies,
happened to
right?
him, and he loses his son,
Hmm. But then
because
the
it was
son does.
like, sorry.
But the son does not go back, right? He realizes his lessons and then he goes back, right? Does not go back down, right? I forgot now what was the
No,
ending. I
the son,
remember.
the father loses his son eventually, and he cannot get the son back, and that is his own fault because he kept thinking he'll get away with it, and his greed overtook that.
Hmm. Yeah. But apparently they're saying 2025 or 2026, the
Mm.
second. So they are coming with three parts, matlab two more parts.
Mm.
So the second and third part will be connected.
Ah, okay, okay. That I'm not very confident of. The first part, masterpiece.
Yeah, eventually, when you make a masterpiece, then to make another movie, it takes a lot of courage, and it takes a lot of, yeah, eventually there's courage to make a second part which will go above the first part. And it is, I have now not seen any movie, to be honest, where the first part is good and then the second part is also like wow. Like only one movie, it is not a horror movie, but just considering we are talking,
Mm-hmm.
which was Drishyam. First part,
Drishyam.
and Drishyam, if you have seen, which
Yeah,
is
but
there.
where is the horror movie? That's the
No,
cop
no, that
movie.
is what I told you. This is not a horror movie, but
Mm.
considering I'm talking about the part one and part two,
Mm.
Drishyam, the second part was also written very well, and it was just carried
Ah,
forward the story.
sequels basically. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm talking about the sequel, like a very good second part of the story.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
That they did a good job there. Yes.
So now,
Ani has got
last,
some recommendations.
yeah, this Muskan is also given. I'm not reading all. Muskan has given this thing talking about Turkish movie. What's Sajin? Sajin. Have you guys watched it? Now this movie has been released in 2023. I think so. It was in November, and
Mm-hmm.
I did a short reel on this as well. So apparently now I don't know because I still have to watch the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm waiting for the movie in English because it's a Turkish movie, so obviously in that language it is there. So there
Mm-hmm.
are two aspects. One aspect is that everyone on the internet, it was like for a week it was just trending where the Muslims cannot watch this movie because they in the movie they have showed very bad against the Islam culture, and they have showed about black magic. So this movie is basically about black magic and how it is being performed and how XYZ blah blah blah. So the trend was there on social media that you guys, especially Muslims, should not watch this movie. Now it can be the truth or else it can be a marketing tactic of making people watch it.
All
So
all of this is usually marketing.
yeah, 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 yeah. It is, to be honest. Because I seen the trailer, इतना तो खास नहीं लगा मेरे को, like, but yeah, it is like a bit uh, creepy in terms of the posters and whatever I'm seeing on. Let me see if I can share the screen. But any one of you guys have watched this? The Gene?
No, this is on Netflix, not on Netflix, right?
No,
Netflix,
no,
Amazon.
no, no.
Okay.
It's not on
Oh,
Netflix. It's not on Netflix, but they are saying that, like reviews have come. I have seen some reviews as well. Can you guys see the screen?
Yeah, yeah, we can.
You can see, right? So this is the poster, and specifically they're saying that this is only they have showed everything in detail about black magic, and there is a good part about Turkish movies that the censor board and all, they are not
He
that
does one.
much strict. They can
He does one. Can
show.
you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, Alex,
Sorry, there is some network issue going on.
no problem. Yeah, so I was talking about this movie. Specifically, Turkish movies, they show much more, scenes, because I feel that, the censor board does not do so much in terms of cutting a lot of uh, parts from the movie. And talking about another Turkish movie, which I had told Swati to watch it. Did you watch the movie which I told you, which was the Dabe the Possession? Did you get a chance to watch it?
Actually, I did not end up watching it because I tried to look for it online, and it didn't show up. I didn't check it on Netflix. I was looking at it on a different site, and then I forgot about it. But tonight I will watch it.
Yes, what I was thinking, maybe I don't know if now would be the right time or later on where there is more people who join in. I was
Mhm.
thinking there is something called as watch party, which we can do it on Netflix or Amazon. So it's just that everyone has to have their own Netflix or Amazon or whatever, and I create a link and I send it, and everyone joins that watch party, and everyone is watching the movie at the same time, and we can just chat there. So this people used to do during COVID, where people used to watch all different movies. I was
Mhm.
thinking later on when there is more people who join in, we can suggest this plan where maybe in a week we can watch a movie together, and then we can discuss it also on the chat. So that will be quite interesting.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Just that you have to block your time at that time because generally, what happens when you watch movies on your laptop or TV, you
Hmm.
have that of pausing. Like you pause,
Yeah,
you do
yeah.
something, you come back. So you should like
Hmm.
completely block your time for that hour.
Yeah, that will be something interesting we can do. Anyways, let's go ahead. So Sajin is a movie which is a Turkish movie. So if you guys have not watched it, then please go ahead and watch it. It is. We have not watched it, but apparently I have got reviews that it is scary. But yeah,
Mm.
even I will watch it, and maybe I'll give a review also on my channel. So let's go ahead. Swati, any other movie you would like to suggest in
Yes, I have
terms
another
of?
regional movie. So this is my niche. So you can reach out to me for these regional movies. So another regional low budget movie is Delmont Colony. It's a Tamil movie. So Delmont Colony is a low budget horror movie which was made by I think he was a early director. Like this was one of his early movies, and basically people had zero expectations from this movie because of the director being a newbie, plus the horror genre, plus all the actors were new. So people were like, "This is a flop show number one." But
Hmm.
surprisingly, after the movie released, just like Tumbad, it started doing well, and people started talking about, and that's how it actually became famous. So for people who are interested in exploring horror in Tamil, Delmont Colony is a good option. So Delmont Colony is basically a story of a bunch of young boys who go to a haunted bungalow. So the bungalow is said to be haunted by the localites, because of its past, and it's a rumor obviously because nobody knows if it's true. So these young boys just want to enjoy life basically and go into a haunted place and see what happens. So they break into this bungalow and they get scared by certain things and they're like, okay, we are leaving, let's run away. Unfortunately, one of them steals a diamond necklace from that bungalow because that bungalow belonged to a very rich person. So he steals a diamond necklace and they go back to their house. And the story is how the this ghost from the bungalow or the demons from the bungalow haunt the four boys in their current accommodation. They live in like one chota house because they're all like students and they're sharing. But this ghost is haunting them in this small accommodation to get back the necklace that is stolen. Only thing is the friends don't know that this one boy has the necklace.
Oh, quite interesting. Which year it is? Like new movie or it's been a while?
It's old. That's why I mean that it took time to become a little famous because the director was a newbie. It released in 2015.
Hmm. 2015. Yeah, not that old also, but yeah, it's quite interesting. Delmont Colony.
Yeah, Delmont Colony.
Delmont Colony. Okay. Now I think so. We have in the comments. I think so. Hani Pasha's some relative is come. Kiku
Oh, wow.
Sunny.
Spreading the news in the family.
Kiku Sunny. Mary Lolo was outside screaming about her man. Now, what he meant this? Now I don't know. Is this a movie name or he's just like Hani go to Hani is saying, I think the Hani is a Turkish guy, so he's saying Sajjin is a sweet dish. Now it is very difficult to believe Hani and whatever he says.
I feel like this live, no, every Tuesday, it's
Hmm.
Hani's drug. Like he
Yeah.
needs this live to get high because he's high every time this live. So it's like, okay, this is his drug. Like how people actually have actual drugs, weed,
Yeah.
cocaine. This is Hani's high. Because every time it's a live, he comes up with like this new theory in life.
So
There's a
yeah.
song, "My Love Is Your Drug."
Hmm.
There's a song like that. This live is Hani's drug.
Definitely. 110%.
Hmm.
Why is Nikita so quiet?
Yeah, Nikita, give us the recommendations. We've given a bunch of them.
Yeah, tell us
I
some.
only watch normal, popular movies. I don't have regional movies. I watch English, Hindi. That's it.
So in English also there'll be so many movies that we haven't watched.
Whoa.
Tell
Okay,
us.
what was the last horror movie you watched?
I don't remember. It's been quite a while. Like since I started this whole social media management, no, I don't get time to watch anything new.
Ah,
So the secret is don't be an influencer. You have more time to watch movies.
watch, yeah.
Not influencer. I'm a full time job in social media.
She works also, no, for this social
Yeah,
media
my full
company.
time job is handling other people's social media. I
Hmm.
mean,
Handling
writing
other
for other
people.
people.
Yeah.
Writing for other people. Writing social media for other people.
This weekend you stock up on everything we've recommended.
Okay, done. Okay, give me one good suggestion. What do I watch?
We just did. We discussed so many. Arundhati,
Tumbad,
Delmont
Tumbad,
Colony,
Pick one.
Tumbat,
Otherwise, I have to go hunting for so many. Give me one.
Tumbat, definitely Tumbat.
Tumbad, Tumbad.
Okay. Okay.
That is the best.
Okay.
Hmm.
Talking about horror, I have an
Even
suggestion
Zapat Lela
where
is good.
with this Alex suddenly comes and makes me scared.
Zapat Lela, old.
Zapat Lela was Baba Lagin Dinchak Dichak. That one, no?
No. Lakshmikant Berde's movie, 1990s.
Zapat Lela, yeah. I seen this. There was one more movie of Shreyas Kalpade where that song is a Baba Lagin Dinchak Dichak. I don't know if you watched that.
I don't know.
That is also a nice
Oh,
one.
Hani is there. I got scared for him. Oh, moment.
Ani will be showing his magic tricks. He started his magic tricks.
I think he's possessed.
He's always possessed on Tuesday.
What is that white white?
It's the wall.
No, there is something on the screen.
Yeah, he's putting it on and off, on and off, on and off.
Oh,
See, now Hani put the camera on and Swati put the camera off back.
What if I dissect and find out who Hani actually is?
Then please,
Mystery. Mystery.
That's a
I would give
PhD
you,
thesis on its own.
Okay.
I will give you a special gift.
Okay. Done.
But see, now he's what he's doing. He's trying to tease us, but he's not showing his face.
Let's see the structure of the ceiling. Does it look like an Indian ceiling or
No,
foreign
no, no.
ceiling?
He's in Germany for sure. But I don't feel that that is. I feel it's an Indian hand. Like, I'm feeling
What
that
kind of
Male hand
racist
or female
comment is
hand?
this?
that is so bad.
because the Indians are the one who watch wrestles and this that and also their hands are more. How do I say?
For me, everything is very tiny. You can see properly. I can't see this tiny screen. So you have to tell me.
I think so. We are too much focusing on Hani. We will not able to talk only what
Maybe
we
we
can
should
talk.
dedicate one episode to Hani.
And
Just
when we
dissecting
dedicate
Hani.
about Hani, that episode we will not come. That will be interesting.
I really don't know whether Hani is in Germany or he's in someplace else, right? Because what happened to Desmond?
Where is our main Desmond? What happened?
Hello, 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 hello.
Hello? What happened?
I don't know. I only got logged out. This is
I think we are talking too much of black magic and all.
this is quite creepy because I'm being the host. I only got logged out.
That's what I said. I think this black magic talking is very scary.
Yeah, I think so. Hani is the one who is hacking the stream. I feel. Anyways, let's not waste our time. Let us go ahead and let us talk. Any other movies, Swati? You're there because now I don't understand because your camera is off.
Okay, I have something to ask.
Please ask.
What? So now they are creating these what is that horror movies out of Disney characters, right?
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
Mickey Mouse, they are making. What do
Hmm.
you think about this? Because I don't like the way that they have portrayed Winnie the Pooh and Mickey Mouse. Like we grew up with these characters, turning them into killers.
So that
And
Hmm.
Winnie the Pooh movie got just 2 out of 10 rating. I mean, what did they expect?
the movie already released that the Mickey Mouse horror thing that was supposed to
No, not
release.
Mickey Mouse. Winnie the Pooh. It released long back, last year, I
No,
think. It got
no.
2 out of 10. What did they expect? They take our childhood heroes and turn them into serial killers. Who's going to like it?
Serial killer.
See, the concept is nice. I like the concept to be honest, but maybe obviously it must have not what was there on paper. It did not come eventually out in that way. So
As a millennial, I don't like it because it's a nostalgic thing that I'd like to preserve. So I wouldn't want this change to happen.
I would want it.
Exactly. That is exactly what I'm saying. And I'm planning to talk on this topic itself because I honestly don't like what they're doing. And it gives a very bad idea to the next generation also because they are going to look at it in this way, right?
Yeah, and also Winnie
It's
the
going
Pooh
to,
and Winnie the Pooh specifically is a very sweet character. It's a very
yeah.
sweet, kind, compassionate character.
Now, who next?
Hey
Pluto?
Desmond, sorry I
Who's
got
going
kicked out.
next into public domain?
No problem. But if
So,
if I have to ask you all a question,
Mm.
your favorite cartoon character from your childhood, if you would want to make a movie on that character and turn
Mm.
that character into a horror character, which one would it be?
Ooh. That's a good question. That is actually a good question.
Yeah, which one?
I love my characters.
Nikita, think out of the box.
I can only
Yeah.
think about funny things, I can't think of.
So
See,
one of my
even.
favorite childhood characters, cartoon characters,
Hmm,
um, was the Powerpuff Girls. Powerpuff Girls,
hmm,
I love that show. It's one of my
hmm.
favorite cartoons. And if I have to turn them into horror characters, I think it will be possible because there were three girls in that: Blossom, Buttercup, and Bubbles. And all three of them had very different traits, which means if I turn them into horror characters, they'll all be three different kinds of demons, which is why I think it'll be interesting.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah. But then, when you were a kid, you did not see this two cartoon, this which was the Adam Family, and then the which was that other one which they used to go and catch ghost and all. I forgot the name. Yeah, there
Courage
was a
the
dog.
Cowardly Dog.
Ghostbusters.
No, no, there was a dog.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Scooby Doo,
Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo, Scooby Doo, Scooby Doo, Scooby Doo,
Oh,
Ah,
Scooby Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby Doo,
But
and
that is not horror, right?
But that
No,
was
yeah,
Courage
obviously.
Like
was
fun
proper
horror.
horror. Courage the Cowardly Dog was proper horror. The dog would actually interact with demons and monsters.
Yeah, but I did not watch that. I was only watching this two. That was Scooby Doo and Adam Family.
But Adam's
So
Family
But
was already
even
horror. So how will you turn them into horror characters?
it no, I'm talking about what I used to watch. But if you want me to uh
Pick, yeah.
pick a cartoon character, then I would pick Popeye the Sailor Man. After
why?
What
eating the
kind
spinach,
of
Why?
after eating
He's
the
so
spinach, he doesn't
cute.
become big. He gets possessed, and that's
he
how
gets?
he. That's how he goes, and you can write
Do you
anything.
guys think that if we make these characters into horror, our next generation is going to grow up just looking at them as horror characters and not the cute little ones that we grew up loving and enjoying?
See, I'll be honest. The
Hmm.
Gen Zs will not even know what characters we are talking about because they grew up watching something else, and
Chota
specifically,
Bheem.
yeah, in India you say Chota Beam and all this, which was that very funny for me. I used to like wonder like how people can even watch this, but it's okay
Yeah, yeah. But they grew
because
up on that. So yeah.
yes. So maybe even their kind of Gen Z kind of cartoon characters can be turned into horror, but I don't know. I have not
What is
watched them.
Gen Z's cartoon but?
Chota Bheem and Phineas and Ferb. I think that was the Gen Z cartoons.
Raju also. Raju. Mighty Raju.
Oh my god, I don't know all these mighty Raju.
Like, what is Mighty Raju? Oh,
Muskan is saying, as a
No
Gen
idea
Z, I
about
have
all this.
seen. So you're wrong. Muskan is saying
I
this.
grew
what
up
has she said?
I grew
Popeye?
up with Tom and Jerry. I grew up with Tom and Jerry
Tom and Jerry, though, it's
characters.
like a all-time thing.
Hard
Everyone
to
knows.
I,
turn
I,
them
I
into
used
horror
to
Pink
like
characters.
He-Man.
Panther,
He-Man.
Popeye the Sailor Man,
Popeye the
then
Sailor
Winnie
Man.
the Pooh.
So many other things that have,
Mm, yeah.
which is quite interesting. Look at what Muskan is saying, no, on the chat. As a Gen Z, I have seen. So you're wrong.
She
So
has seen some of the millennial cartoons, basically.
yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, but now they're turning it into horror, right? So it's not
Mm,
yet done. I'm telling the next generation,
yeah.
the kids of our kids, they will never know.
Okay, I have another question. Which horror character would you turn into a cartoon character?
None.
Oh, um, oh, I know. Mine would be Annabelle.
Alex, you said none means NUN or that
Yeah.
other none?
Anyone.
Oh, that's a good one. That is actually a good one, Alex. None into a cartoon character is a nice one.
Be really
Yeah, I think
creepy.
so. Did someone make some funny thing out of the nun?
No, not really. But yeah, there are some memes and all that is different.
Mm. I would turn Annabelle into a cartoon where she's this doll cartoon annoying kids everywhere. And parents will be like, if you don't eat your dinner or sleep on time, Annabelle is coming out to play with you.
No, actually, that dialogue belongs to Gabbar Singh.
I also was going to say the same thing what Muskan said. The clown from It. That is one character which
I
I
think the
can.
clown from McDonald is very scary.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, yes. It's such a creepy clown.
it is. It is creepy.
Yes,
But
but when
now, since all of y'all are there, towards the start of the stream, I had asked one question.
Mhm.
Let's try to see if you guys know it. What's the highest crossing horror movie of all time?
It must be Exorcist, the original.
No, the answer is wrong. Please don't Google it, please.
Yeah, I'm not googling it. Okay, if it's not Exorcist, could be
Anyone?
Conjuring.
Anyone knows what's the highest?
The Omen? The Omen?
No, no, no.
So it's neither Conjuring,
It,
neither The Omen, neither Exorcist.
it.
I give you a hint. We
Oh,
spoke
The
about.
Shining. The Shining.
No, no, Shining. So it must have gone in loss. It's
You
one of the
have
worst
this
movies.
link to this movie.
How about it?
Yes. Actually, Alex is right. It the
What
No, I
movie?
googled
2007.
it. I googled it.
Yeah,
You mean the new It, right? Not the
yeah.
old It.
No, no, the it 2017 one.
Wow, that is the highest grossing movie.
Yes, that is the highest grossing movie of like in the horror genre. Like,
Wow, I would have never guessed. I always thought it was some older movie.
yeah. See the Gen Zs who are there here on the chat. Muskan is saying I think it's Conjuring, but no. All the people in the chat has said wrong. Alex
No, she
has said
said
it
no,
right.
the clown from It. Oh, okay.
I
She said.
googled it.
Oh, that was before. We
Mm-hmm.
spoke about it. That is why I remembered the question because I had asked towards the start of the stream. So I thought, let me ask it again. So yeah. Also, one more question which I asked in my late night horror show, which I did it on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Since you all are there here, there are
Mm-hmm.
two movies, Darna Mana Hai and Darna Zaruri Hai.
Mm.
In which movie did the kids go to a haunted palace?
I
डरना
think Didna
जरूरी है.
Mana hai, no?
डरना जरूरी है.
Oh.
That's up to you all now. I don't know.
I,
You all have.
I, I can't guess this because it was too long ago and I didn't like both, so I
डरना
can't guess.
मना है is the campfire one, no? डरना जरूरी है is where the kids go and listen to the grandma stories and then
Correct.
die one by one.
Mm.
Correct. 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 Correct.
Can't guess
Correct.
this. I thought both were not very great.
But talking about another movie, which apparently when it got released last year, okay? And
Mm-hmm.
this is also a remake of an old movie, like how it was a remake. And I was supposed to go to the theater to watch it, but unfortunately, because of some reason, I could not watch it. It was towards the late 2023, I think so,
Mm-hmm.
October, November, December release, I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
And even the reviews which came out, because I was so excited that I wanted to watch. I seen the reviews and I had made plans, we'll go this, that, and all, but eventually it did not work out because no one was interested and I just could not go alone to watch the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually when I went for the movie after like 1 2 weeks, I went with a friend. The movie's name is Evil Dead Rise. Okay, and I was extremely like excited to watch the movie. I did not even watch the trailer because I just it was so much in the news on social media, like it was trending. Evil Dead, Evil Dead. You have to watch it. But eventually, when I saw it, like I was like what was the hype for? To be honest,
The famous actress, she's the famous actress, right, in the lead role, Evil Dead Rise.
whatever famous actor, actresses and all, but like
Yeah, yeah.
the way
I
the
watched
hype. Have Alex or Nikita watched this movie, The Evil Dead? It's a very like famous movie of
No,
2023.
no, I didn't watch it.
it's not great. That's the right way to put it. It's not great.
Yeah,
Like a lot of marketing hype, but the movie itself is not great.
and even in horror, no, there are subgenres, and this was not like the like a ghost. I don't know. It was more like a killing, like a
Slasher.
slasher kind of thing. Just killing this, that, and also that was a different kind of fear.
But did you
But
like the special? Did you like the VFX, or you thought every aspect of
VFX,
the movie wasn't good?
no, VFX was nice because obviously it was made in this generation. So obviously the VFX, everything was nice. The jump scares, the background music, everything was nice. But then that is the thing, which I always do,
Hmm.
especially when it comes to horror movies. Like I listen to other people and say I get over excited, and then eventually when I go and watch it, it becomes like, oh shit, like I get disappointed. So that is why I don't watch any movie, specifically horror movies, if it is overhyped in the on social media.
Yeah, that's true though. Anything that's overhyped, you realize after watching that all of this is just marketing.
Even one more other movie which was released, I think so last year only, which was Megan, I think so.
Ah, the robot one.
Yeah, I don't know if is the correct name.
Yes,
Hold on.
Megan. Megan, the robot one.
That was
Megan.
okay, okay. I didn't find it scary. It
It was
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
it was considered as a horror movie, but for me there was no. It was like a sci-fi movie where because she's
No,
a
it's maybe for a kid it would be a
Mm-hmm.
horror movie, but not for an adult.
so maybe
I mean,
this
I think
Megan.
they were just trying to use technology in horror. That was their goal.
Yeah, like a sci-fi horror movie. Maybe this Megan I will turn into a cartoon character because as a horror movie, it was not good. Maybe as a cartoon character, it will be good. Then any other bad movies we should recommend where people should
Avoid
just not watch.
watching.
Which one?
You're saying bad movies we recommend avoid watching.
Yeah.
Ah, lots. Actually, there are so many bad ones. Wow. The Saw,
And
the latest Saw.
so okay. No, I
There's
have
one
not
Saw.
watched
The
it.
latest Saw is released last year. Not very
Hmm.
good.
Even the Insidious, the last part. I don't know how. I
Red
think so.
Door. Is it Red Door?
Yeah, I think so. The last which released last year,
Yes.
it was waste of time to be honest. I went to the theater to watch it. It was just waste of time.
You reviewed
Like
it on your channel, I think.
I think so. Yeah, maybe.
I think you reviewed this on your channel.
Even that the 1920 whatever which released last year, whatever part it was, that also was waste of time. It's all okay,
Yeah.
but there is one movie which I wanted to ask you, Nikita and Alex, which is The Quiet Place. Okay, I watched the movie. Okay, first of all, have you
Okay.
guys watched the movie? Because the
Quiet
thing is,
Place is not horror though.
yeah, but
No, I don't
obviously it
think I watched it.
comes in
Nikita,
that.
please tell
No, I
me what
watched
have
it,
you watched at
but I
this
didn't like it.
point.
I don't remember. Don't.
Nikita
I
has
will
not watched
watch.
any movie, I think so.
I have watched, but I don't remember when was the last time I watched.
Because if you
Emily
see,
Blunt.
I watched Megan.
Blunt.
I'm telling you, no, I watched so many movies. I watched Megan, watched all the Conjuring, watched
because see,
Annabelle.
Quiet Place again, it comes into the horror sci-fi category.
But is it really horror? You watched it, and I know you want to ask questions about it. But do you really
Yeah.
consider it horror to ask questions connected to that?
Yeah, because see, the thing is, even in horror, there are subgenres like
Mm.
sci-fi, and then even the zombie kind of movies also there. That also comes under the horror genre only. So
Mm.
even in horror, there are different. There's slash punky, there, this, that, X, Y, Z. So many other things are there. The question is, did you find the movie scary? Like, I mean, The
Mm.
Quiet Place. Did you guys watch it?
It was. It was
No.
kind of scary. Yes.
Okay. But do you consider this kind of movies and the zombie kind of movies under horror, or you don't consider that as horror?
The Quiet Place didn't seem like a horror movie because of the whole sci-fi aspect. Like not sci-fi. That's not the right way to put it. Because of the monsters aspect, right? And that they are no longer. It's no longer a normal world. It's a very different world. So it didn't feel horror. It just felt like some alternate reality kind of thing. It didn't come
Hmm.
across as supernatural to me. And it was not a zombie movie or a slasher movie. It was a monster movie. So somehow
Hmm.
I didn't put it in that bucket. But coming from a fear point of view, it was
Hmm.
scary. Like when as you watch the movie, I remember because I watched it twice. Um, every whenever there was, there's always a pause before the monster attacks, because that was how, since the movie had no sound, I could feel that sense of dread, like, oh my god, it's gonna happen now.
Yeah, so that is what this also comes. If you go to see, this also comes under horror, but horror sci-fi, horror this, horror that, and blah blah blah. Talking about another movie which comes under horror, but again, it is not a horror, but it has a scary element of the movie, which is a Bollywood horror movie, which is called as Kal, which is I think so. John Abraham is there, Ajay Devgan is there,
I like
uh,
that movie.
Vivek Oberoi is there. What do you feel about that movie? First of all, who have not watched it, you guys need to watch it. There is nothing paranormal, ghost, but it has that fear, scary element. So, what do you all feel?
I
Does
love
this
that
come?
movie.
You like the movie, right?
I
I was
love
so
it. I watched
distracted
it
by
so many
the
times.
song that I forgot the movie. The song, that song is there, no?
Shahrukh song.
इस काल काल में हम तुम करें धमाल.
Yeah, yeah.
I was so distracted by the song that I forgot the movie.
But do you remember watching it?
Yes, yes, because I love the song.
No.
Um, that is the song, right? Is Kal Kal mein hum tum
Yes,
kare
yes,
dhamaal.
yes, yes, yes.
And then there's like this rap part of it. Move it to the Kal Kal. And I kept
Yeah.
playing that song on repeat that I actually forgot what the movie is about. What is the movie about again?
It is about there are two groups. One is Vivek Oberoi and Lara Datta, and one is John Abraham and Isha Deol, I think so. So they are
Okay.
two different groups. They land up in one of the jungles, and then they get trapped there, and eventually they have to go out of the jungle. But then they keep meeting Ajay Devgan, and then eventually they come to know that Ajay Devgan is dead, and
Does
it's
not
his ghost.
exist. He doesn't
Yeah,
exist, right? Yeah, I
yeah.
remember.
It's his ghost, this, that, and all. So, did you like the movie, or you feel that okay, this is not like a horror movie? Because I liked it. It
I liked
did,
the twist that actually Ajay Devgan did not exist.
yeah. But apparently Ajay Devgan has worked in some horror movies, and he's also coming up with a horror movie this year, which is basically a Gujarati horror movie remake. And in Gujarat, like the local language, it really went well. So he's coming up with that remake with R. Madhavan and another actor. But there is an interesting fact. I don't know if a lot of people will know. He also uh, he also played a ghost in another Bollywood movie. Uh, do you guys remember that? I'll give you a biggest hint. Uh, he was a car in that. Do you remember which movie I'm talking about?
Tarzan the car, the epic movie.
But the only best part about that was the actress who had just I think so it was her first movie, Aisha Takya. So every like this was I think so we were in college or in school or something, and everyone had just gone to watch the movie only because of her. But
You mean
eventually,
the boys went to watch Sonia because of
yeah,
her?
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
think every
Everyone,
boy.
yeah, means everyone like all my friend were only guys were there. So
And you though were in the first seat.
obviously I was in the first seat.
And what
Watching
did you like about the movie, Nikita? You said you watched Carl many times. I like the twist, but what did you like?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like the overall movie. I like to play it in the background while I'm doing my design work, graphic design work. I have a lot of such movies, like most of all flop movies. I just like to keep playing them in the background. Even Bhool Bhulaiya. I have the old Bhool Bhulaiya. I have Kal. Then I have that Tarzan. I have
So
so
this is a
many
thing, huh?
like that.
This is the thing.
I
I
just
think
like to
so.
keep playing them.
A
Hey,
lot of
there
people
is
do.
wait, there is this old thriller Hindi film. You know that Kasoor?
Lisa Ray and
Aftab
Aftab.
Shiv. Yeah, I love watching that movie. I don't know why. I just keep playing it
Kasoor.
in the background while deciding. It's like,
Desmond,
background
please
music.
don't play it now. That is not a horror movie. That is a slightly different movie. We don't want this chat to
Yes,
get
No,
censored.
but that movie is amazing. That movie is amazing.
I've never
Desmond,
heard about
control
it.
yourself. Don't go and Google this now.
I am doing it right now, Kasoor.
The
Vikram, but
censored
really,
You watch
content
it.
already.
You have to watch it. You have to watch it. It's amazing. The storyline is amazing. The suspense is amazing. The acting is top notch.
Lisa Ray
is it
acts also.
in a sarcastic way, or you're actually telling me to watch the movie?
No, seriously, I'm telling you. That movie is awesome. It's just not horror.
I like the song really. The song is really nice in that movie. There's a very nice song. I've always loved that song. Hum Savarne Lage. Hmm.
Yeah.
The
That
very,
is
very
one
nice.
movie where I did not see the ending coming.
Hmm.
Okay, so I need to watch this. How come I missed this movie?
Because it's not a horror movie, Desmond. You were not focused on censored movies.
But there's
First
an
time
old,
in my life, I have suggested a movie to Desmond.
yeah, and that also I've not watched. What is that movie which was written by Anurag Kashyap? And now it is getting famous. Everyone on shorts and all are putting that scene. Urmila Matondkar is there in that movie. It's not a horror movie, but it's like a very suspense thriller movie.
Ek Hasina.
Yeah, I know, I know. No, no, where she is the killer now. What is that?
Is it? It's not Ek Hasina, thi.
No, no, no. No, that is
Urmila and
different. This is a
Manoj Bajpayee is
Manoj
there in.
Bajpayee. Yeah, that is
Con.
Con.
Khan.
Okay.
Con. That was one movie now which I think so in December I watched it because I was just seeing everyone putting on reel and also I thought, "Chal, let me watch it," and it really turned out good. Written by Anurag Kashyap and directed by Ram Gopal Verma. Yeah,
That guy
actually,
always used to do good horror movies, Ram Gopal Verma.
yeah, but then eventually, then he came up with some movies which did not make sense. That Foong was there, that Foong series, one two movies which was there, which I don't know. I did not like that movies. But yeah, there are some good movies which he made, which was nice. But talking about horror movies, have you all seen the horror movies which were like in the late 80s, late 90s, like that Purani Haveli and all that kind of movies? Have you all watched?
Not
Because it,
very old, not Hindi as such.
Not many, but yeah, there
you,
are there are a lot of good Bollywood movies, Bollywood horror movies.
yeah, yeah.
The older ones, the 1990s.
Yeah. I haven't
Many
watched
are
any of
there.
the very old ones. 80s, 90s,
I
not really.
I
You should
prefer
watch it.
those over what they are giving now.
But there is one movie which was a Marathi movie, which eventually got remade in Bollywood by the same director called as Chori, Chhori, where it is based somewhere in Rajasthan or something, and the setting is where their house is in the middle of the field, and then something paranormal happens, and where the main character is pregnant, and then she can see another woman who's been burned or something. Have you guys watched this movie? Chori. Hello.
No, haven't.
Can you repeat the name, please? Chori.
Yeah, Chhori. It's
Oh, yes.
available.
Yes, I have. This is that Nusrat Barucha.
Yeah.
Yes, Nusrat Barucha. I watched this movie. I watched it last year because I forgot whose interview I saw, whether I saw the director's interview or her interview. So one of them mentioned that there's a social message behind the movie and they've tried to incorporate that. So because of that, I thought I'll give it a shot. And then I
Hmm.
watched that movie, which I felt like it needed some improvements. Like their actual social message was quite nice. They basically
Hmm.
wanted to talk about female infanticide, which happens a lot in India and particularly in North India. But towards the end of the movie, I felt like the writing fell short. So there was some improvements needed.
Yeah, but overall, like I like the movie. Like, it was a decent movie for like a low budget kind of thing. There were
Hmm.
jump scares.
Hmm.
Jump scares were there, but yeah, good, decent, nice movie.
Mm. And the message was nice, how they try to incorporate horror with the female infanticide social issue.
Yeah, that
But
was
did you
it.
not feel that the ending could have, like, as the movie progressed, it should have been a little better, or you felt they did a decent job?
No, obviously, if it would be done better, yeah, it would be nice. Because actually, I when I watched the movie,
Hmm.
I knew what was going to happen because I already watched the Marathi movie first.
Ah,
So, like, so for me, watching the Bollywood movie was just like a tribute to watch and give a view on Amazon because it directly released on Amazon. So I just was watching it, but it was nice because it was the same director. So that was interesting. And they are saying that the part two is also coming in. That Sara Ali Khan is there in part two.
yeah, then I will definitely not be watching it. As mentioned in the last live, you should not watch anything with Sara Ali Khan.
Not Sara Ali Khan. Yeah, yeah. Not Sara Ali Khan. Yeah. What is the sister's name? Saif Ali Khan's sister's name is what?
Soha Ali Khan.
Yeah, Soha Ali Khan. Sorry. Yeah, my bad. Soha Ali Khan. Some
Okay.
Khan, one of the Khans are there. So the second part is of that.
But Nushrat Barucha did a good job in the first part. So I'm surprised
Yeah.
why you do not want to continue the same actor.
Hmm.
But were
And
you
yeah,
able to guess the twist from the beginning that it was her husband?
no, 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 no.
You couldn't.
That
Okay.
that no, that I could not.
Okay.
That I could not. That was, yeah. When I watched the Marathi movie, yeah. But there are some, you should do. But the problem is of watching the Marathi movie, the actual feeling comes only when you know the language. Because there are some good Marathi movies as well. But then, obviously, for me, if I have to read the subtitles and all, and then meko maza nahi aata hai, like, I need to understand, like, because sometimes if you're watching at home, maybe you're just gone to the washroom or something, and you're just listening to it, so you can still understand. Now the subtitles, you have to concentrate so much and have to read so much also. So
Right.
that is
Yeah.
also confusing. But anyways, we are almost done for the stream. But if there is any more suggestions, specifically good horror movies where people can sit and watch during this weekend from your side.
There's plenty, that I've recommended, and you also recommended. So we have, for those who haven't watched, please watch Three, Tumbad. Those are the top two. And for people who are already done with it, then you can do Arundhati, Delmont Colony, Sajin, the Turkish one, and I think, did you also bring up one? Chori, yes, Chori is also not bad. Is there another one that we missed?
No. Yeah. Yeah. Chori was the last one we
Kal,
spoke of. Yeah.
Kal.
But the thing is, maybe not next week, but maybe we'll do another live stream where we only talk about the unheard horror movies from different regions, from different languages. Because these are all the commercial ones, whatever we suggested, and a lot of people must have watched it. But for that, we need help from the people who are watching. Please comment below towards the end of the stream about some regional movies. Like, there are movies from Japan, all that South
Korea,
Asia,
yeah, yeah.
from the Middle East, Korean movies, Japanese movies, so many different movies are there, Turkish movie. So let's maybe make a stream about one stream where we only talk about the Korean movies or the Japanese movie or something like that. And then we go to come to the Middle East, and then we go to North America, South America. Then we speak only about India. So let's continue with this session for the next live stream. So whoever has joined in till here, thank you so much. Whoever has been watching this till here, thank you so much. I had two of my co-hosts. One is Swati Rao. She has her own podcast channel on Spotify. It's called as Desi Horror Podcast. So please go and follow her as well. Even she comes up with amazing episodes every week. Her details are there in the description. Then we also had Nikita. She has her channel called as 3 a.m. Fear Podcast. Her details also are there, so go check her out as well. And then we always have Alex, the one and only Alex, who is the number one supporter of this community of this channel. So thank you, Alex, for always being there. Thank you, Muskan 1111. Thank you, whoever has joined in today. Fardan was there, and then Hani Pasha. How I can forget Hani Pasha, Kiku, Sunny, and whoever joined in. Thank you so much. And Swati, is there anything new which has come on your channel which you would like to tell people, or any
So,
new episode which is
uh,
coming out?
for Sunday or normally?
Normally, whichever episode is coming out on your channel, which you want them to, you can just give a gist about that.
Sure. So the latest episode, which will come out in a couple of days, is about Desi dragons. So dragons are mythical creatures, particularly known in the Western countries, especially Europe. And a lot of American series have romanticized these dragons as well, like Game of Thrones, for example. But turns out that we also have dragons in Asian cultures, and even to narrow it down even further, South Asian cultures. So you will learn more about dragons in South Asia.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. So yes, thank you so much, everyone, and we shall see you in our next live stream. So on Sundays, I do something called as a late night horror show, where it is a radio style live where I only play different kinds of horror stories. And Tuesdays are the live sessions where it's a conversation based live where we talk about something related to horror, either horror movies, or maybe next week we can discuss something else. So thank you everyone who has joined in, and if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share it with your friends and family. And let's hope that the next live stream we can get more people who can join in. So thank you so much, everyone, and we shall see you in our next live stream. Ciao. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.